high school, growing up in chemistry lab. He was getting by as a usually computer-employed part-time construction worker. He's a member of Mensa. He kept busy by traveling with his fellow cave explorer, Steve Tucker. Steve Tucker is a professional accountant as well as an amateur cave explorer. Notice how the picture shows how keen and wiry Steve is. That will be important to our story. Steve and Rick were exploring South Africa, in the north central part of this country, the region known as the Rising Star Canyon. This is an image or a schematic of the Rising Star Cave. You can see entering here. Many individuals have gone this far. Here there's what they call the Man's Fall, and I'll explain a little bit more about that in a bit. Now you're in the pitch black part of the Dragon's Cave. You come up to here over very sharp, jagged rocks. Come to a region which is only 7.5 feet wide. Very likely that Steve and Rick were the first thousands of years to decide, let's see what's beyond the 7.5 feet. So they pursued on, and they made an amazing discovery in what's now known as the Dinaledi Chamber. This happened on Friday, September 13th, 2013. I want you to realize how recent this is, about where you were during this time. I know that you were already in your house in Cupertino. You were already a well-established member of Toastmasters. Many of you were already in the area, very much in the jobs and lives that you have right now. They were not sure what to make of their discovery, so they contacted Pedro Bashov, just the person to ask. The person to ask was Lee Berger. And if you don't recognize that name, Lee is Joe Montana. The Joe Montana, the Oprah Winfrey, and the Barack Obama, Mozart, Albert Einstein, current paleontology. Lee is well known for a discovery he made, which put him on the cover of Science Magazine, Scientific America, Time Magazine, and many professional periodicals. Wait, did I say that Lee made this discovery? Back up. No, his 9-year-old son, Matthew Berger, made the discovery of bones dating back nearly 20 years. He was 9 years old, 2008. Three gentlemen reported to Lee, sponsored by a local university as well as the National Geographic Society, and reported to him what they believed they had found. Lee felt, okay, well, I need to have a lot more evidence before I can get sponsorship for a dig. So Lee returned to the cave with the only person available to get through a 7.5-inch cave, 7.5-inch gap, that was well-versed, well-trained in paleontology, geophotography, and scientific measurement. That was Lee's 14-year-old son. So he went back to the cave, he sent his 14-year-old son to pitch black. Lee certainly did not get through the 7.5-inch gap. And he waited while his son was there with his explorers back in 2 hours, starting to worry. Very bad gut complaint. 2.5 hours. The hot through. Popped out of the gate. Beautiful, fantastic picture. He forwarded me. Called the Vice President of National Geographic. States at 3:30 in the morning. I've got something fantastic. Will you sponsor it? Without it, immediately on the spot, the answer was yes. Lee turned around and posted on Facebook. This is an actual post on Facebook requesting assistance. I'll only give you a second to look at that. I'm going to point out the highlights. The person must be skinny and preferably small. Successful candidates could not be claustrophobic, had to be cavers, they had to hold a relevant master's degree or doctorate degree. They had to come to Johannesburg immediately and accept a blind mission for no pay. Travel expenses would be covered. Nearly 60 people applied. I want to tell you how unique these people are. Completing your master's and you're working on your doctorate, chances are you're somewhere between 60 and 100,000 working a job which is fairly above minimum wage, and you have to call your parents and say, "Oh, by the way, thanks for that financial support. I'm going to take off Africa. I'm not sure what I'm doing, and I'm not getting together another airline ticket and meal. It's Lee Berger. I'll do whatever he asks." Lee was chosen on Sunday, October 6, 2013. I'm sorry. The email went out on Sunday, October 6th. On Sunday, November 10th, 2013, he was assembled, now known as underground astronaut. And I'll state the obvious. All 6 people are working in some type of scientific background to get through a 7.5-inch gap that are tough. All 6 people are women. I want to once again, this is a cutout of their work area. It's from the opposite direction. I don't want to confuse you. Enter here, get many people have entered here. Now, after you're in it and you're 60 feet underground, you come to what's called the Superman's Crawl. The Superman's Crawl because it's 10.5 inches wide, and even these big feet hard-working women can't get through without putting one shoulder far above the other and sort of wiggling through the way that George Reed would on the old Superman show. And there they come to a pitch-black cavern, up a very sharp, very uneven, very hard to see. You only have the light on your head, dragons back, up to the 7.5 hole. I should point out, once you crawl through that for a while, you have a 20-foot drop. Fortunately, the hole is so narrow that you can use your shoulders and knees and legs to slow down your descent. You come into the Dinaleni chamber and walk over to the fossil site. This work is dangerous. This work is filthy. Did I mention there's no pace? Work is very, very hard. And our 6 brave women just said, "Bring it on." What was the significance of the Rising Star gig? The world's top anthropologists have been working for 50 years and found a total of 100 hominoid fossils. The Rising Star team found their first 100 hominoid fossils in 5 days of work. 19-day expedition and a second flight, working in a nearby cave a few months later, found a total of 1,500 hominoid fossils, more than double the entire number of hominoid fossils discovered worldwide. The fossils that are found are composed of hard rock and sediment. It takes weeks, from their enclosure. The fossils in the dinner landing chamber are sitting on top of soft, dusty earth. The majority of the bones in the chamber were articulated. This means that the bones were laying in their natural order, fingers to hands to arms, shoulders, and so on. In a future speech, I will elaborate on the findings of the chamber, but I want to conclude today listing the heroines of the expedition. Piexto, PhD, Washington, D.C. Maria Elliott, PhD, Canada. Ellen Ferragala, Masters in Biological Ecology, Australia. Hannah Moran, Masters, Ohio State. Alia Gurtov, PhD, Canada. Hunter, K. Lindsay Hunter, MRS degree. Oh, just kidding. He is a master's from the University of Iowa, who also happened to marry Rick Hunter, the gentleman that began this met on the Rising Star. To conclude two Toastmasters, I think at one point in your life, you'll be given the opportunity to go to the bar. You won't pay well, you won't be comfortable, you'll be filthy, you'll be out of your hands. That opportunity. Go